First Friday Intuition for April 2022. So excited to be here because we are talking about a really awesome topic today, how to use your intuition to try and deal with your anxiety and stress and everyday problems that we all have. So if you don't know who I am Natalie Thomas. I am your family psychic. I am on social media at your family psychic everywhere. I am here to help you learn how to use your intuition, tune into your own energy, and ultimately learn how to follow your gut and your intuition and make the best decisions for yourself and your family. So if you don't follow me, please go ahead and give me a quick follow. If you're new, please put in the chat where you're tuning in from and what your first name is. I'd love to know. While I'm talking, if you guys have any questions, please check the chat. I will be looking at the chat from time to time. So, if you have any questions at all, let me know. I'm going to make this. Okay. So, this month's topic for April 2022 is about how to use stress to overcome everyday anxiety and issues that lead to physical manifestations of stress and other issues with stress and anxiety and all kinds of things. So one of the things I was thinking about why I prepared for this, I was doing some meditating on stress and what is stress and how it affects you and all these other things. And so one of the things that actually came up was I was like, well, where does the word stress come from? And I didn't even look it up. I'm like, why do we call things stress? Why do we put the label of stress on things? And our intuition is our gut. It's our instinct. It's our guide. If you don't know, your intuition is really your soul talking to you. That's how you connect with the spirit realm. We are all energy. We are all spirits. We are all here in an energetic form to learn how to manipulate energy in this lifetime. So if that's you and you're like, okay, I do label things as stress, which we all do. And we might call it Brenda and I so stress. My dealer has been like, work is stressing out today. Why are you labeling things stress? What is stress? Why are you labeling things stress? I'm going to put this down some because I feel like I'm looking at the ceiling. Why are you labeling things as stress? So really, before you even think about how we're going to work through some of these activities we're going to do today and some of the exercises I'm going to give you and some of the homework you guys can do, I want you to really think about, why am I labeling things as stress? Why am I giving something the power over me to be calling it stress? When it might just be a small hiccup, it might just be something, small or insignificant. So that was the first thing that really came up when I was meditating on how to handle stress and how I handle stress and how I use my intuition to really handle stress. So stop labeling things stress. If all you do for one day is pick one thing each day, each time you catch yourself saying you're stressed or aggravated or anxious or depressed, every time you start saying one of those negative emotions, negative descriptors of something, stop yourself and try to correct yourself. Obviously, this isn't going to happen overnight. It won't become automatic overnight. But let's try to get in the mode of like, stop trying to make everything stress. So that was kind of my first impression. So I'm going to go through now. We're going to start a little bit of the activities. The first thing I want everyone to do is just kind of get comfortable. I have a singing bowl. This is a Tibetan singing bowl. It's a metal singing bowl. I also have some crystal ones that I absolutely love. But today we're going to do one of the Tibetan metal ones. I want you guys to feel the sound. If you can put in headphones, that's best. But if you don't have headphones, that's also okay. So we're going to start with this. I'm going to ring it 3 times. So just sit calmly and let it kind of vibrate in your vibrations, kind of help you to settle your vibrations. So I hope that resonated with some of you kind of in your body, letting some of the frustrations and aggravations go. If you felt really connected to that, don't be shy. Let me know. Also, you can look on Google or Insight Timer or YouTube, and find other people who do singing bowl or sound bowl healing, because if that felt really good for you, it probably was. I'm going to leave the bell back here by my book in the meantime, but if you guys want me to ring it again, someone just said it, put it in the chat. You guys can tune into it again in a little bit. So anyhow, I want to talk with you all briefly today about stress. The first activity I want you to do, this is homework. I want you to get out a journal. Okay. If you don't already have a gratitude journal, remember that the best affirmation you can say every day is thank you. Sorry, I have like allergies. My nose is itching. Okay. The best affirmation you can say every day is thank you. So make sure you're thanking your guides and your angels and all those people. But also, I want you to remember that you want to make a list of all your stresses. List all the things that are stressing you out, all the problems that you're having, and all the things that are bothering you. Now, you're going to make it into two columns. The first column, I want you to make things that you can change, things that you have control over. And the second thing you're going to write are things that you don't believe that you can change, things that you think are fixed. Now, I really do believe there's nothing that's truly fixed, nothing that you cannot change in life. Everything is changeable. But things that don't seem like they can be changed right now go in one column. Things you know you can change in another. I want you to really sit and take some time to do this. You can do it now or you can do it later. I'm going to give you guys a minute or two right now to go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn my camera off for a second and let you guys write for about 2 minutes about what stresses you have, because after this, we're going to do a little exercise of releasing all those stressors. So go ahead and do that while you just give me just 1 minute. I'm going to give you 1 minute to go ahead and write down all those stressors and things that are bothering you. Okay, so now that you've had a minute to kind of write down a few things that are really stressing you, I want you to take the list of things that you feel like you cannot change. I want you to release them. I want you to imagine scissors cutting the ties between you and those really stressful things. Energetically cutting off those things that are really stressing you. If you can, or if you want to later, you can actually take this whole list of stressors and burn them. One of the things I've learned is that when I write down all the things that stress me, and then I write down all the things I'm grateful for in that order, so stressors then grateful, I want you to focus on how you feel after the grateful. When you do the stressors first, then you do the grateful, that's when you're really getting yourself in tune with your own vibe and like, okay, things are great. Look at all these wonderful things that are going good. And if you're having trouble finding things that are going good, start things like I'm breathing, my heart is pumping. I am not homeless. If you are homeless, you would say, I am not dying of homelessness, whatever it is, right? So whatever positives you have in your life, I want you to focus on those things. Like for me, it would be like, I have awesome, amazing, healthy kids. I have a husband who I have a good relationship with. Those are the things I'd be writing in my gratitude journal. Obviously, more things. I'd be grateful for this water. I'd be grateful for my computer and Zoom and internet, all these things, right? But what I want you to do is put the stressors first, then the gratitude. So if you want to take 1 more minute to just go ahead now, write down at least 5 things that you're grateful for right here in this minute. So I'll give you guys a minute to go ahead and do that. Okay, so I hope all of you guys had a chance to go ahead and write down what you are grateful for. Now, this is an activity I want you to do after we get done on the call, if you can. I want you to take the list of things that are stressed, the grateful things that you have, put them somewhere you're going to see all the time, on your dresser or on a mirror. For me, I might put them back here on my altar, which I don't think you can see, but over in the corner, there's some papers. That's usually my gratitude list. That's when I get money or I feel like I've got abundance coming towards me. I might put a check there, all sorts of things. So, I want you guys to really connect with that gratitude list on a regular basis because it helps with the everyday stress. It helps with the waking up in the morning like, fuck, I got to get these kids ready for bed or for school. Okay, cool. But look at all this stuff I have that's going right. We're focusing on what's going right. So put it on your altar, put it on your dressers, tape it to your mirror in your bathroom, wherever it might be. Keep that gratitude list present. And maybe once a month or so, go ahead and redo it. I do have like a new month ritual that I do each month, and it's on my YouTube channel, the new month ritual that I do. And in that ritual, I do write down what I'm thankful for from the previous month. And I also do partly what we're going to do here with this. So now with your stressor list, after we get this call, or now if it's safe and you can do it, I want you to set an intention to release all those things. We did the cord cutting just a minute ago, kind of just cutting ourselves off from all of these emotions of our negative stuff and things that are stressing us. But I want you to take that list and I want you to burn it. And don't you take a picture of it with your phone, none of that stuff ahead of time. I want you to write the list and burn it. Because when you burn that list, you're releasing the energy of the paper that has the information on it. You're releasing the energy out into the world, into the universe to be recycled, okay? You're releasing any outcome. You're understanding that the way to control these stressors, the way to overcome this stress is by tuning in on a spiritual basis and by adjusting your energy. Now, the things you can't change, I want you to understand that there is no such thing as can't change, like I mentioned earlier. You maybe cannot change all of the facts and circumstances, but you can definitely change how you energetically approach those situations. So remember, nothing in this life is not changeable. Plus, also, everything is energy. We're creating this reality that we see every single day. So if your energy feels like you're seeing a lot of negativity, you're seeing a lot of stress, you're seeing a lot of anxiety, look at how you're looking at things. Are we looking at it with the lens of positivity? Are we looking at it with a lens of joy? Are we looking at it with a lens of learning to manipulate energy? What lens are we using to really approach, each situation that we're dealing with, okay? So that is number one. We're going to go through our list of stressors. We're going to burn it or release it. If you can't burn and you do want to still do like a releasing activity, what I can recommend, what I recommend a lot of times for people, like if you're in an apartment and you can't burn, I recommend you take that list, rip it up into little tiny pieces, put it in the toilet, flush it down the toilet, and actually will go back to a water recycling plant and become water again, right? They're going to dilute the paper. They're going to deal with processing this. So that's also another way that you can kind of release whatever's going on back into the universe. So that's kind of what we want to talk about in our things and stressors. Now that you know what your stressors are, sometimes it's actually helpful just on a psychological level to write down what your stressors are. But you don't have to always be writing them down. If you can, great. If you want to, great. If this really helps you, do this more often. If something feels good, do more of it. Even though that's not what we were taught growing up, even though that's not what they teach us, if you do that and you do more of it and it feels good, keep doing more of it, okay? So today we're going to talk about a few different activities. I have 3 or 4 activities, and then I have a guided meditation for you guys. And then I will also do a card pull at the end. I am going to pull a Solid Angel to get us through the month of April, as well as these Work Your Light cards by Rebecca Campbell. They're like some of my favorite cards. And we'll kind of just go through a few of those cards, and I'm actually going to pull for you guys. I'm thinking a 4-card pull. I'm feeling 4 cards, so I'll probably do a 4-card. Plus 4 came up a second ago. 4 must be the thing for today. So anyhow, please tune in to your energy right now. I want you to just kind of take a deep breath, center yourself in the moment. I want you to also create a bubble around yourself. You can imagine your bubble coming from here like you do your protective bubble and bubbling out around you. Or you can just create like a dome. I'm imagining like this dome in the woods, like an office alone dome, okay? I want you to break yourself away from all the stresses you're having, all the stress and anxiety and all things that are going on. So I want you to really, really remember that stress and anxiety and negative emotions come a lot from our ego. They come from programming. They come from mindset issues. They come from energetic training that's no longer serving us. So what I want you to do is, I keep doing that. Okay, what I want you to do is remember to start small. Everything only has to start very, very small. Start in each moment, okay? Start not in each moment, okay? Starting small with little ways to train your energy and learn how your intuition is talking to you outside of the stressful environment is super, super important. Obviously, when we get into a really, really stressful environment, or there's like, okay, a car crash, let's say, or you get fired from your job, or you get into it with a coworker, or you or your spouse are getting into it, or you're doing bedtime with the kids and it's just making you absolutely batty. Those moments can be very hard, but those are not the moments to train your intuition. Those are not the moments to start following your gut. Those are not the moments to try to read your own energy. I want you to be doing this stuff in very small steps throughout each day, throughout each week, whatever it is you've got going on. But I want you to be doing this before we get to the stressors, before we show up at the car accident, before all of those things happen. Now, if you've got crazy things going on right this minute, take a deep breath, take a pause. Okay. It's called the pause for a reason. If you haven't done any training and you really want to have your energy be fixed and have your energy be calm. Hold on one second, guys. If you want your energy to be like super amazing and super fixed, please, 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 in that moment, take a, what is immersive? Okay. Let me get my picture big again. Okay. In that moment, I want you to be finding yourself and taking that pause. So the pause is really simple. And remember that a deep breath is a meditation. Here's what we do for the pause. Get into a car accident. Oh, crap. We're in a car accident. What do? You're taking a deep breath. You just, and if you can, take a second deep breath and ask your guides, what do I need to know? What is it I most need to know right now? Heeding their information, heeding their advice, all those things. So I want you guys to remember, start doing these things when you're not in a stressful situation. And then when you're in a stressful situation, it can hopefully be easier to use the tools I'm going to give you. Now, don't worry. If you're in a stressful situation, do what I just did. Take the pause, take a deep breath, ask, what do I need to know? Exhale, take 2 or 3 deep breaths. Really just pause before you react to anything. You know, I had a friend who asked for some advice on parenting a toddler. I had 3 kids, 6, 4, and 1. He has 1 kid who's about to be 2 soon-ish. So he's like, what do you do? I'm like, you know what? Part of it is I try to create an environment where there's a lot of yeses for them, because energetically that works easier for kids when they're not being told no all the time. But also, when something happens, like they dump over a whole cup of water, or they just ate a whole crayon, or they markered on the wall, or they like went upstairs and got in the bathtub without you, or whatever. My 2-year-old does, my 1-year-old does all kinds of crazy things. But just take a deep breath, take that pause, take that one breath, just say, and especially with kids, I try to look at it from their point of view, their perspective, what's going on with them. So now that we've released our stressors, we're here in the moment. I want to give you guys a couple of things. One, like I said, start small, not in the moment, and then obviously build up to being able to do this stuff in the moment. One thing we're going to talk about today right now is kind of like a digital detox. Everything is energy. So my phone is energy. My cup is energy. These cards are energy. Everything is energy. And if you allow your cell phone to be connected to you like 24/7, I know a lot of us sleep with it next to our beds. We're on it right before bed. We're on it right when we wake up. We're on it while we're driving. We're on it while we're at dinner, all the time. That energy, you guys can't see it, but if we took like an aura picture of a phone, you'd see like vibrations out off the phone. Okay. Phones are giving off electromagnetic frequencies. So if you can do this, I admit I'm not real successful at it, but try to have like a day out of the week where you're not doing cell phones, where you're like cell phone free. If you can't do that, try an hour per day or an hour per week. Find some time in your life where you can carve out a small amount of time that you're going to be digitally detoxed. Since everything is energy, phones and computers. I mean, when I'm saying an hour, I'm talking about like, let's have an hour outside away from like any digital stuff. Like obviously, like if you go for a walk around the block, you could probably reasonably expect that you would be safe and you can leave your phone at home. I know a lot of people like to listen to music while they're running or they're walking or this or that, but I'm talking about, I want you to find time every month to really detox from the digital connection that we have to phones and computers. And even your car has a lot of digital stuff in it that's giving off frequencies, okay? Because your car probably has a GPS. My car has internet. My son is so spoiled. He got in my husband's car. I don't have internet in this car. I'm like, yeah, only the van has internet. But you know, my car has internet. That's giving off a signal. Just think of it. I'm sitting here right now with my computer. I have the camera. I have my phone. I have a light, another light that's plugged into electricity. I have the router. I have my mesh. I have my router. I have a mesh router system. I have a light over here. I have all kinds of that are full of energy. I have these like, but also I counteract this with stuff like this. So now selenite's really good for cleansing energy. I gave this to my 6-year-old and he showed me that you can do this with it. Even though I never taught him how to do this, he kind of just cleansed his energy going down with the selenite rod. And then back up. But remember, everything is energy. So I try to clean my space. I try to have stuff in my space like this selenite rod. This is a pretty hefty selenite rod. But stuff like this, or like here, these are some agate crystals. Or we have, I have like in the back there, you see I have a amethyst stone. I have lots of stones like shungite in my room. I keep a lot of stuff kind of around my room and around my house to try. I keep a selenite lamp on my mantle just to try to absorb energies, just to try to kick up the negative energies. So you can do that, but I also want you to try to detox. And one of the ways you can detox is actually with crystals like that, going for a walk with nothing. And as you're walking, I want you to imagine kind of like each step you're shedding more of this electromagnetic frequency. So there's necklaces you can buy that absorb this stuff, and bracelets and wrists, all these kind of things. But on your walk, I want you to walk around the block and really imagine every step you're like leaving behind black goo, or like you can imagine snakeskin kind of shedding. But I want you to imagine leaving that black goo behind, because you need to leave behind all those electromagnetic frequencies, all the amazingness, all the things. So leave away all the bad stuff, call in all the good stuff. Remember that when you release something, when you release these magnetic frequencies from you, you have to be bringing in and thanking and accepting new clean energy, or thinking and accepting the next energy that you want to vibrate at. Because if you release that energy and don't fill it with something, you're creating a void in which negative energy or stress or anxiety can just hop right back in, right? So first thing I want you to do, some of the stress and anxiety we have is from the programs we use on our phone, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever else you're on social media, emails, group texts with family, all the things, okay? Whatever media you're consuming, whatever's on your phone, releasing from that, releasing from the magnetic frequencies, releasing from the stressors, releasing from all the things. So I want you to do that. Commit to at least an hour a week. That's really not that hard. I actually recently, my spirit guides guided me to do a 3 program with this, where I went 3 hours a day for 3 days a week for 3 weeks. And so it was 27 hours total, and 2 and 7 is 9, and 9 reduced is 3. So really I'm calling it a 3s program. But I was doing 3 hours a day, 3 days a week for 3 weeks, where I was not on my phone, I was not on social, I was not on my computer, and I was being present. Now this ties into stress too, because when you're stressed, a lot of times you're stressed because your mind is thinking about things that aren't happening right now. What's happening right in front of you, although it's not really real, nothing is real. What's happening right here in front of you, you know the answers, you know the yeses and the nos and the this and the that, right? But the things that are happening for you in the future are what your brain starts to give you anxiety and stress about. When you start to think about the future, that's when your heart starts to palpitate. Like for me, let's say I owe credit card debt, right? If I have my credit cards paid right now, why am I worrying about the next payment when I trust the universe will bring me money abundantly, right? Same thing with you. If you got the kids to school on time today, do not worry about getting them to school on time tomorrow, because tomorrow you can worry about getting them to school on time. Obviously, I'm not recommending you act like a crazy person and never plan anything, but remember that you can most affect what's right in front of you, what's happening right now, and you can least affect the things in the future. So what I want you to do is, after your digital detox, I want you to also try to be present in the moment. If you can do the 3-3-3, 3 hours a day, 3 days a week for 3 weeks, that will really, really help you, this 3 program. But you don't have to do all that. That's a lot. I'm not asking you guys to bite off an entire bite at one time. I'm saying start small. So start with an hour a week. See if 1 hour a week you can be off your phone. And then maybe 1 hour a day. Okay. And then maybe 1 day a week. Okay. Eventually you'll build up if you want, if it feels good, if this is serving you. If being off your phone does you no good, forget about it. But if being off your phone stresses you about not being on your phone, release that and stay off the phone. Release that. Stay off the media, because stay off the computer, the phone, the this, the that, the TV. Don't watch TV during this time. Stay off of it, because your ego is going to tell you you're going to miss a post. You're going to miss followers. You're going to miss something important. You're going to miss a trend. You might miss a super important text message. Okay, look, nothing happens in an hour that can't. I mean, yes, if you have kids at a school and you're worried about the kids and them calling, you could leave your phone somewhere you could hear it in case the school calls. But ask me how many times that school has called me about my kid. one whole time in like years. Okay. So the odds that something crazy happens to your kid or your mom gets into a car accident or something is very low. So try to give it that 1 hour a week. Start with that 1 hour a week and push yourself past the stress. Release it. When you start to feel that stress, I want you to take the pause. When you start to feel stressed about not having your device, take a pause. Just take a deep breath and relax. So that's the first activity. It's another kind of homework I want you guys to do. I want you guys all to commit to this digital detox. I try to do it. It doesn't work. I try to do a whole day every week. And maybe I'm biting off more I can chew for myself. But I did the 3 hours a day for 3 weeks. 3 days a week for 3 weeks. And it really, really, really made a difference in me being present and being there with my kids and feeling super, super present. So do that, really commit to that if you can. But if not, the 1 hour a week is great. The next thing I want you to do is on a regular basis, you need to be resting your energy. A lot of us, while we're sleeping, we're not being restful. We're not resting. We're not getting rest because our mind, right before we go to sleep, is rushing through a million things. And first thing you wake up, before your feet even hit the floor, you're on your phone or you're stressing about what you got to do that day. So I want you to work on resting your energy intentionally. So you can start with just 5 minutes a day. I have the 5-minute meditation method, the 2 minutes of breathing, finding a comfortable seat, breathe for 2 minutes, ask your guides, what do I need to know? And then 2 minutes of journal. That's my 5-minute meditation method. It's super, super important. I love when people start to implement this and they start to see what I mean about changing your life in 5 minutes a day. It's super amazing. I mean, I have clients who have started off stressed out, overwhelmed, ready to scream, and they turn out very relaxed people who are in control of their life because of 5 minutes a day. Even me, okay, I was stressed, I was overwhelmed, I was anxious, I was angry, I had all the negative emotions. Okay, I was at a point where I was just like, my kids are so much work, I can't handle this, it's really exhausting. My marriage was like not bad, but it was just like another thing that I was calling a stressor in my life. And I started to meditate for 5 minutes a day. My entire life changed. I am here now and I have no problems. Nothing in my life is a problem. Nothing in my life is a stressor. I am thankful for everything that happens in my life and all the energetic experiences I have. So you can start with the 5-minute method. I'll go through it one more time. I want you to find a comfortable seat. 2 minutes. I want you to breathe, calm, relax, center yourself. Release anything that's on your mind. If a thought comes up, it's a cloud in the sky. 2, I want you to ask your guides, your angels, Jesus, Allah, whoever you believe is a higher power to you or is a guide for you. I want you to ask them, what do I most need to know today? I want you to sit in that energy for a minute, connecting, listening, hearing what they're saying. And then the last 2 minutes, I want you to spend journaling out exactly whatever you hear. And it can be simple. It might be cup. Okay. It might be book. It might be cap. It might be whatever. Okay. At first. But as you do this more, 5 minutes a day, more and more and more, committing to the whole 2 minutes of writing, you will find that sentences start to flow. It starts to make a lot more sense. You start to get answers to the questions you have. And this is intuition training. This is where you're taking your gut, you're taking your connection to your soul, to your spirit, and you're learning how it speaks to you. You're learning what it feels like when spirit talks to you. So that is super, super important. Make sure you're resting your energy. This could be quiet time alone. This could be your time in the shower. This could be a bath once a week. This could be a bath once a day if you really want to take a bath every day. Taking a bath with Epsom salt or sea salt, or adding a little bit of essential oils. I don't recommend mint in your bath. I found that one out. Or eucalyptus. Do not put it in the bath because it gets everywhere. But putting different oils in your bath, putting different salts in your bath, whatever you've got going on that you want to help you to relax and really connect. That's what I want you to focus on. Then doing that 5-minute meditation, doing that journaling, those are all ways you can rest your energy. I also want you to do this. I have a morning prayer and I have the evening prayer. If you want a copy of them, please reach out to me. I will get them to you. Sorry, guys. It's like allergy season here, and it's been like dry as what because it's allergy season, and it was like 30 degrees last weekend. So sorry about that. I have a morning prayer and a nighttime prayer. The nighttime cleansing prayer really sets you up for good rest and good sleep. And the morning prayer really gets you set up for the day with your intentions for the day. So if you guys want those, just reach out to me and I will send them to you via email or whatever, PDF or whatever you guys want. So remember, what you're thinking about right before bed matters. Okay. So if you're on your phone up until the minute you turn the lights off, let's try to cut that out. Can we cut out 10 minutes before we go to bed? We turn the TV off, we turn our phone off, and we just sit in prayer or contemplative time, or we just cleanse our energy, or you walk around your house for a little bit. First thing in the morning, let's leave the phone on the bed until after we take a shower, after we brush our teeth, after all of that. You can use the bathroom in the morning without your phone. There's nothing happening on your phone in the morning you need to immediately react to. There's nothing happening at 10 o'clock at night before you go to bed that you need to react to. So I want you to find yourself really working yourself into ways you can separate the thoughts about the stressful stuff from bed. You know, my husband sometimes like check his email right before bed. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you even looking at work email? And his excuse is that he doesn't want to walk into like a shit show the next morning. I'm like, yes, but that only allows your brain to think about the shit show all night. Okay. So if there is a shit show, now you're stuck thinking about it the whole time. You're supposed to be resting your body and sleeping. So committing to getting good sleep, committing to be in a position where you're getting really, really good sleep, you know, be in that position. All right. So doing that, separating that time at the beginning and end of the day, getting your rest. Now, I'm going to go through a quick guided meditation. Again, if you guys want the morning prayer or the nighttime prayer, please reach out to me. I think I recorded the nightly cleansing prayer on my YouTube channel. So if you want to listen to me or I audibly talk it out loud, you guys could do that. I have not recorded the morning prayer yet, but I could, if anyone wants that, I could record it for them. I can also put it on the Insight Timer because I do have meditations on Insight Timer if you're looking for them. The other thing you could do right before bed is a guided meditation or a sleep meditation. Sometimes there's these meditations, and I know I'm telling you to stay away from your phone, but let's say you set your phone for one of these meditations that has these like brainwave sleep things. You're allowing yourself to get into it. Now, I have also told clients, there are sometimes I tell clients, like, if you want more information about something, ask your guides to give it to you while you're sleeping. But don't let that interrupt your sleep cycle, and don't do that every day. Try and have some days where we're relaxed and calm right before bed, off our social media, off our devices, just calm and meditating. Now, how does this help me with my everyday stress? This helps you because you get better sleep. And the better sleep you get, the easier it is for you to deal with stress and anxiety. The easier it is for you to connect to your guides when you need to. The easier it is for you to interpret stressors and information that come to you. So do that. Okay, guys, I'm going to do a quick guided meditation. I'm going to give everybody a minute to try to get calm and get settled and get exactly where they want to be. And then we'll start this guided meditation. Okay, so let's get into our guided meditation on dealing with stress and anxiety. I want you to find a comfortable spot to sit or lay, whatever is most comfortable for you. There is no judgment. I want you to adjust your posture so that you feel comfortable. So that you're opening your heart and your chest energy out. So if you're laying down, just let your arms fall by your side. If you're sitting up, kind of put your shoulders back if you can. Well, if that's comfortable, if there's any pain, don't put your shoulders back. But really open up your chest and your heart energy because that is where we're carrying a lot of our stress. So I want you guys to release that. I want you guys to connect now to your solar plexus, which is just below your rib cage or just above your rib cage. I want you to feel, do you feel warm and like a yellowish glow? Do you feel stressed? Do you feel anxious? Is it making your shoulders tight to think about one part of your body? Take a deep breath and really center on your energy. What do you feel right now? What's going on with you? What things are racing through your head? And just take a deep breath. Release anything that's not of the highest good for you. This meditation is only going to take a few minutes. And so I want you to release anything you have negative that you're holding on to that is causing you to be unable to fully concentrate. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Any thoughts that come up, just let them pass by like a car on the street or a cloud in the sky. You see them, you can acknowledge it and let it go. Release it. I want you to think of a very calm and relaxing environment. So imagine yourself getting up from where you are, walking to the door or doorway of the room that you're in, opening up the door or walking through the doorway. And as you look around, it's not as you remember, but it's as it is in your dream place, whether that's a spa or a massage on the beach or a beach environment or a mountain ridge where you can see over, all of the valley. Whatever it is that you're feeling in this environment, what does it look like in your mind? Really play up what it looks like. Is there a big, pergola with flowing sheets and you're at the beach and you feel the sea mist on your skin? Are you on the mountaintop and you can feel just the coolest bit of a breeze across your face? Are you in a cave talking with your spirit guides and, it's just so plush and well designed? Where is it? Are you at water? Are you at a lake or a waterfall? Find an environment in your mind that is very, very relaxing for you. I want you to find a way to sit or relax in that environment. Take a deep breath. I want you to now imagine. If you're sitting, you're going to imagine your sits bones on the hard surface. And if you're laying, imagine your whole back laying flat against the surface. Imagine every part of you that is touching the ground or touching a surface is a portal for negative energy to flow out of you. I want you to let this energy flow back into the earth and be recycled. This is any negativity, any stressors, anything that's really causing you grief. I want you to imagine weights being lifted off of you and set next to you and all down into the ground. So you're imagining weights being pulled off of you, placed next to you, and they melt back into the earth. You're cutting the energetic ties with the negativity, with the stress. I want you to imagine now that someone is handing you a book. It's the Book of Answers. It is a guidebook to help you to deal with your stress. When you open the pages, you see answers. You see yourself confident. You see solutions coming to you easily. You see everything in your life that's stressful being resolved. You see the things that you stay up at night thinking about being solved with ease. I want you to take this book and really study it for a minute. While studying the book, I want you to continue to imagine these weights being lifted off of you and going down into the earth, all of this negativity. I'm going to give you about 2 or 3 minutes to sit quietly and allow the negativity to flow off of you. And when we come back, I will start to refill that energy with lots of confidence, joy, and abundance. Now that you have released a lot of these stressors, and you're overcoming them. You're saying, this was easy. I see the easy solution. I want you to thank the universe now for filling the energetic area that the stress took up. Thank the universe for filling that with joy, with abundance. Thank the universe for allowing you the opportunity to smile as you see your stressors resolved. Thank the universe for the opportunity to sit quietly today and let your stressors flow off of you. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. A deep breath in, calling all the abundance in. And feel your chest and your arms and your legs and your feet as the oxygen pumps through your blood. Now taking an exhale. Any negativity that snuck by and was still left, let it go. Kind of stretch tall, like you're confident. You know the answers and everything is working out. Repeat to yourself, I have all of the solutions with ease. I have all of the solutions with ease. And believe it and feel it and be it. If you have one particular situation right now that's causing you a lot of stress and grief and aggravation, I want you to, right here in this moment, I want you to take a deep breath and release it. If there's something further bothering you still, I want you to take scissors and kind of cut your way around you in your heart chakra and your solar plexus. Cut that out of your stress areas of your body. I want you to release the weight off your chest one more time. Set it next to you. I mean, you could chuck it away if you want, but set it next to you or however you want to get it off your body and let it go back into the earth for recycling. You have the solution. Everything resolves itself with ease. You are competent. You are amazing. Taking one more deep breath, I want you to wiggle your fingers and toes, kind of wiggle your body. Take a deep breath and just sit for a moment in the amazing joy and abundance that you have accepted from the universe in replacement of all of your stress and anxiety. Okay, so I hope that was super helpful for everybody. I will send you the morning prayer and the night prayer. If you reach out to me, I will get it to you. The other thing is you can even just like reply to the email with the replay or put it in the chat that you want it and we'll get it to you. The other trick I wanted to teach you guys is something in the moment. So in each moment of stress, if you're feeling stressed and you're feeling anxious, I want you to stop. Like I said, take that pause and really ask yourself, is this real? Is my thought about this real? Okay, you may believe the situation is real, but is my thought about this situation real? Is this the worst day ever? Is this the worst situation? Did you just send the worst email ever? Asking yourself, is my thought about this real? Well, how would you energetically align with what is reality and what is your interpretation of reality is? So be asking yourself, is my thought about this real? Now, if you guys have stress and aggravation, you start small, you start working on your energy, you start working on your 5 minutes a day, you start working on disconnecting, you're going to see a difference in how you deal with stress. Because when you're on like this 900 frequency and you get knocked off, it's really hard to get back on. But when you can operate at a lower frequency, a higher vibe, less stress, when you can operate at less stress, you can be more readily available emotionally, energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all more ready to accept that. So how does this all tie into your intuition? And that's the key to this week's teaching. When you start to calm your body, be more in tune, you can better listen to your intuition. Not only will the 5 minutes a day of meditation help you to connect with your guides and learn how your guides speak to you and talks to you and what's important for you, you will also have a connection more to your intuition. If you start to say, is what I'm thinking real? Is my energetic thought, is my first reaction real? You're able to overcome the ego, the brain, to keep the safe part of your brain and listen, what is my gut saying? Is this real? And if your gut's telling you no, your thought, your reaction is not real, you're exaggerating, it's not real, it's not going to hurt you, it's not bad, then try to tell your ego to be quiet and operate in that motion. Igniting your intuition is so important. And if you haven't, and if you're lost, I don't even know how to start working on my intuition, I don't know how to start working on my vibe, message me. I do a free coaching call. I would love to talk with any of you. But the way this week's thing is an intuition training is when you start to slow down, you start small, when you're not in a stressful moment. When you hit the stressful moment, you'll be at a better keel, you'll be at a better balance, and you'll be able to better react Ask yourself, is this real? And listen to your gut. If your gut says no, then no. Remember to keep reacting in a way that makes sense energetically. When you listen to your intuition, remember your intuition is an inner voice, your gut, your guide, whatever you want to call it. A hunch. If it feels light and airy, it's probably a yes. If it feels heavy and dark, it's probably a no, generally speaking. Okay. So if you're like, is what I'm feeling real? You get a heavy no feeling, it's probably not real. Your ego may be lying to you. And when your ego and your intuition are the two major things affecting how you behave and how you act. So if you can tell your ego, hey, just hold back for a minute, eventually you'll get better at putting your ego on the back burner and listening to your intuition. So start training your intuition by tuning in, by being present, doing the 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks thing if you want, but be present in the moment. Okay. Really start small when you're here, not in the moment stressed out. Be present in those moments. When you're stressed, take that deep breath, pause, relax yourself, get yourself on course, and then you can tune in. You can say, is this real? Is what I'm thinking really real? Is this a real situation? Is my interpretation of this situation in front of me real? And ultimately, when you start to change your affirmation, you start to change your mind, you start to change your energy, you start to make a ripple effect on your future. And the less stress you accept in your energy now, the less stress the universe will send to you. When you act like you are stressed all the time, you say, I'm so stressed, everything sucks, I'm bad, bad. Universe is like, cool, let's send her more stress, more aggravation, more all of that. Okay. If you're like, you know what, cool, I got this. Stress happens. This isn't a big deal. I'm not labeling this as stress. Something is happening. Let me see how I can react. Am I reacting in an authentic, awesome, amazing, energetic way? Or am I reacting in a fight or flight? Oh my God, the world is on fire, energy. What am I reacting with? React with the better energy, the higher energy, that everything is cool. It's all going to work out. I'm learning to manipulate energy in this lifetime. And the universe has brought me a really amazing experience, even if it is a car accident, right? Or a broken leg or something, right? Remember all those things, and the universe will bring you more good things, will bring you more good experiences. I'm not saying everything's always going to be rainbows and butterflies. It's not for me. It's not for anyone. There are people out here who do have great days, and like Mike Dooley, I think that guy's like mastered not having problems. I don't have a lot of problems, but I do have rough days. I do have times where I'm doing, bedtime with the kids and water's all over the place and no one's got pajamas on and people running around naked. And, the other last week, one of my kids shat on the floor. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. But what did I do about it? I was like, hey, cool. He shat on the floor in the bathroom. Fantastic. We're getting closer to shitting in the pot, right? But that's what the energetic shift that has happened for me over years and years and years of dealing with stress with the eye of, is this real? Am I reacting this real way? I'm sitting down. I'm imagining the stress being taken off of me like I did in the guided meditation for you guys. I'm doing my digital detox. I'm connecting on a regular basis. Even if I don't get it done every day, I'm connecting regularly to my guides, to my people. I'm journaling things out. I'm doing my bedtime prayers. I'm doing my nighttime prayers. And all these things are adding up over time. So if you guys have questions on that, I am totally open to hearing from you and any kind of input you might have. If you guys have questions, I will post that meditation on Insight Timer. I will also send you guys out the recording of today's call. So again, like I said earlier, if you guys have questions, always feel free to reach out to me. I have a few different ways right now that I would love to have conversations with you. The first is I would love to have you on a free coaching call. I do a 1-hour coaching call with anybody who needs it. And also, if you have questions, you can link in my bio and set up a coaching call with me. If you want to get like monthly readings, okay, you want to get a monthly psychic reading, I offer a membership platform where I can work with you on a monthly basis where I'm teaching you how to read other people's energy. It's kind of like a psychic training with a free reading. So it's a love and light circles reading. So in the circle, we're reading each other's energies. I'm teaching you guys different things to try with oracle decks or with energy or with a pendulum or whatever you have. So I'm letting you guys have the opportunity to work with me to learn how to be trained as a psychic. And then the amazing part of that is we all read each other's energy then. Like, so I put you guys in breakout rooms so you can read other people's information. So that's once a week on Zoom. Once a month on Zoom. Super, super cheap. It's only $22 a month, y'all. It's really cheap. And if you can't afford it, reach out. We can have a conversation, but it's only $22 a month. And look, at my readings cost at least $3 a minute. And that's when I'm in person at an expo. They're even more expensive other times. So if you need a reading, obviously reach out to me. But if you want to get into my monthly reading circle where you're getting your energy read by another person once a month for $22, that's a really, really good price. So that's first. Also, if you guys are looking for coaching one-on-one, like I said, I do a free coaching call. And then just so you know, and I'm upfront and transparent right now, as of April of 2022, my prices are $150 a session or 1-hour sessions. You can get 5 sessions for $625. So you're saving about 100. You're saving 1 session. You basically get 1 free. We give you a little bit of if you do a 5 coaching packages thing, I will give you like a reading and an analysis, give you feedback. If you do a one-off coaching just one time, we're going to go through a few exercises. I'm going to give you homework, and then if you need more coaching in the future, we can talk. But I have lots and lots of ways to work with me. If you follow me on Instagram at Your Family Psychic, you can click the link in my bio and you'll find out. Also, for those of you who are in the Cleveland area, May 7th, 2022, we are having the very first Cleveland Spiritual Fest. This is going to be amazing. We're going to have like a lot of us people. We have some vendors. We have some other people. We really have like lots of good energy coming. We got some Reiki healing happening, meditation, yoga nidra, and some a hiking little meditation with some intuition training tied into all of this. So I hope that you guys can make it. It's May 7th. It's the day before Mother's Day. So if you got a mom and you don't know what to get her, definitely get her that. If you are a mom, it's definitely a great gift for yourself or to tell your husband to get for you. Tickets start at just $20 for those. So if you guys are looking to get in on that, lots of really, really great local people and the spiritual community in Cleveland is coming together at Upper Edgewater on May 7th. So if you have any questions, just reach out. Natalie at yourfamilypsychic.com or clevelandspiritual@gmail.com is how you get a hold of us for the Cleveland Spiritual Fest. Again, you want to join my monthly reading circle or you want to get coaching session, please, please, please reach out to me. My link is in the bio. There's also a link in my bio, I believe, to be able to do the reading circle. If not, message me and I will get it to you. Now, as promised for all of you, I hope you didn't go away because I have the card reading. I got the calling at the beginning of this meeting to do a 4-card reading. So I'm going to do a 4-card reading, do mind, body, spirit, and then a stressor. Okay. So I want like something you can do to help you solve your stress. Okay. So I'm going to ask my spirits, my guides, all your spirits, guides, and ancestors to help guide me to come up with information, anything that will help us to tune in and get more information. So here's our mind. Here's our body. And here's our spirit. And then here is what we can do about stress and anxiety. So if you stuck along in here, thank you so much for hanging in here. We are going to do this reading, and I hope it is really important and calls to you. The first card we got was Trust Your Path. This is mine. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Remember, I was saying you need to ask your mind, is this real? Am I making this up? Is this real? What is this? Okay. So if you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? So remember, you are supported. No matter what, you are supported. So tell your ego, I have support for whatever I choose to do, and do that. Really, in your mind, I want you to be working on this stress. I want you to be working on releasing any thoughts when they first happen. You know, you get into a car accident, you're like, oh crap, the world's ending, right? But it might not be that. You don't know yet. So trust, you will be supported, and do what you would do if you were in your mind supported, because in reality, you are supported. And learning to do that pause for your mind when you get distressed. The next one is for your body. It says, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. You see this woman, she's kind of looking over everything. She's so happy. I think for you, all of you, or at least one of you, I'm getting the sense that, there's all these people underneath down here. You guys, these are not great for seeing. But I want you to realize in this is mind, this is body. You know, our bodies physically store that stress. And I'm getting the sense that like doing that meditation where we're taking the stress off of us, or doing the exercise where you're walking outside and letting that sludge release in that guided meditation, is really going to physically allow your body to start to react to stress differently, to stop wanting you to binge eat, to stop wanting to stress eat, and stop wanting to not eat when you're stressful, and really learning how to regulate your stress so that physically you can feed your body and rest your body and really get yourself centered. So remember, oh, sorry about that. This one says seeding the light, laying foundation. And that's what I was talking about. Let's start small outside the moment, so that when we're in the moment of stress, we can access it. We can access our tools that we have created and our ways to relax. Now, the last thing I have is our spirit, connecting with our spirit. And I love this card for spirit. It says, keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And that's where I was saying, you're taking that 5 minutes, you're asking them, hey, what do I need to know today? Your ancestors, you can ask them, you can ask your guides. It says, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. This is so important. If you see in the card, there's someone above. It's the spirit card. I want you guys to know that when you start to connect in those journal entries, you're going to be able to connect more. I'm seeing that. I just saw a really weird thing. I saw like a whole bunch of people and one ancestor for each person kept showing up. I think that represents all of you watching in the replay. An ancestor is showing up for you. Turn around, say hello. What's up? You know, how can you help me? How can we work together? Be open to working with your ancestors because they're not here on earth, but they have knowledge. They have information more than you do because they're on the other side right now. You are the best at manipulating energy because you're here on earth, but they have really good messages. So listen up. Now, let's talk about this card. We asked for one card that would help us to learn how to deal with our stress and anxiety and really help us to cope with all the things going on with us. And I have Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Oh my gosh, could we have found a better card for this? Okay. This is about releasing the stress, releasing the anxiety, releasing the craziness. Like I was saying, you're not bound by your thoughts. You can ask yourself, is this thought real? Is this thought really real? If you believe the situation is real, great, but is this thought real? And I want you to tune into that and unbound yourself from the stress and anxiety. Unbound yourself from the electromagnetic frequencies of your phone. Unbound yourself from the hectic. Unbound yourself from the bad sleep. Unbound yourself from all the problems, okay? What I want you to do is focus on releasing all that stress on a regular basis so you can be free, that when a stressor comes up, you can truly deal with it. So that was our reading for our mind. We got Trust Your Path. For our body, we got Anna, grandmother of Jesus. For our spirit, we got Keepers of the Earth, about our ancient ancestors. And then for stress, we got Unbound. So I want you to unbound yourself. I don't know why these are like not showing up today. I don't even know where I would. Anyway, unbound yourself. Okay, really unbound yourself. Now, if you guys have questions or anything, let me know. I have a couple people on the call, so in a minute, I'm going to turn off the call. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. I like to do my Q&As not on the call. Oh, I forgot to pull our angel for April. Yesterday, I pulled us a goddess. Today, I'm going to pull us an angel. Now, you can call on this angel to help you with your stress. I really want an angel who is going to help us heal. Oh my gosh, this one like jumped out at us. That one gets a bonus. Funny card. Okay. I really want the universe to bring to me the information about an angel who helps with stress, who helps with anxiety, who helps with everyday craziness that we live in nowadays. Who is the person? Who is our angel that you want to hear and talk from today? Two really funny cards came up. The first one that came out was Archangel Perlamite. And it says, let nature soothe you and serve the nature kingdom. So let nature serve you, serve the nature kingdom. Okay, like holding a flower here, really happy. This is good because remember I told you, get out in nature, go for a walk. On our meditation, I said you might be in nature, you might be at a spa, you might be at a beach, whatever. Remember that nature is a good way to recycle your energy. A tree can help you recycle your energy. Being out in nature is great. So Google Archangel Perlamite. Okay, there it is. In case you need the spelling, P-U-R-L-I-M-I-E-K. And archangels are there to help us. So call on them. Google how you can connect with him and really get in connection. Let's see what it says in the book how to get a hold of her. Connect with a tree, like I said. Serve nature, touch or think of a tree, invoke spiritual energy. Yeah, this is a lot about working with the green and nature. You know, really serve the kingdom, really serve all of that. Now, that is that Archangel Perlamite. He will help you. She will help you this week and into the rest of this month on how to deal with stress. And so will Archangel Jophiel. I get this one a lot in readings, which is funny because there's a 44 card deck, and I get this one more often than any of the other ones. It says, act with wisdom, use information for the highest good. And that goes back to asking, is this thought real? Okay, you're using information. What your brain is feeding you as information. First of all, check, make sure it's information, not propaganda or something else. But is this information real? Is my reaction to this information appropriate? Is it the highest good for me, my reaction to this information? So look up Archangel Jophiel, Jophiel. And let me look in the book, see if I can get any insight for you guys on that one. Gather the available information and apply it only for the highest good. Use use your information carefully today in a situation or relationship helps to guide you. Call on Jophiel and he will help you raise your frequency so you can act or advise from a wise perspective. You are in a position to impact helpful or sacred knowledge. You are being guided to send Jophiel's angels to situations where they are needed and receive light. So in this situation, we're talking about when you're stressed, okay? You're taking the pause, processing the information, and acting from a wise place. He can help you do that, or she. This archangel can help you do that. So if you guys have questions, if you guys have any information, I'm going to turn off the video recording here in a minute. So if anybody has any questions, they can go and ask them. I don't like to keep the Q&As recorded because I don't think the whole interweb needs to know about your personal problems. But if you are here and you have questions, you can put them in the chat. You can unmute once I've stopped recording. If you're watching in the replay and you have questions, please reach out. But I'm going to go ahead and stop recording. I hope you all have a very blessed, amazing week. I'm sending love and light to everyone for the month of April. We will be back on May 3rd at noon Eastern Standard Time. I promise I will not forget this time. I'm sorry, not May 3rd, May 6th. May 6th. For the day before Spiritual Fest, we'll be on here live, y'all. But I want you guys to really be present in the moment, really enjoy everything you have going on in your life. Make sure you're making that gratitude list, burning off that stressors list, and really going through it all. If you have questions, you can do my new month ritual, which is on YouTube, or reach out to me anytime. I am here for you. So signing off for your family psychic, Natalie Thomas, sending everyone love and light.